First trip of the year, starting 2020 here in sunny California, although you can't see it because I just got here and it's 11 p.m., which is about 2 a.m. in Georgia. So I'm a little tired, but I did gain 3 hours. I'll be here working for 3 days with one of our clients, shooting videos, just the normal stuff. Jeb is sick. He doesn't really have a voice, so I hope that improves for the Wednesday session. We're also gonna have 2 other trainers here with us, so I can shoot some other videos with them. Jeb's latest book is coming out on the 15th, so we gotta do some promotions for that. And then I'm gonna stay the weekend because a friend of mine, Peter, is here at CES, and when CES ends on Friday, they'll come down here to San Diego so we can do a little trip here in LA. So I'm gonna stay until Friday, meet them Saturday morning, and then hang out for the next 4 days, I believe, or 5. Tomorrow, I gotta find Jason and Bass and shoot some videos with them. Hopefully get some shorts. The view from my hotel room is pretty awesome. Actually, not from the hotel room itself, because my window actually doesn't exist. If you look behind me, that is where the window should be. The view from my bathroom is insane. It's literally a full glass wall. I'm quite grateful that we're not just came in and then start training tomorrow. We have a full day to prep and adjust and get ready for it. So tomorrow is Tuesday, but the actual training is only Wednesday and Thursday. So it's 2 p.m. The day before our actual training. We're gonna go into a planning meeting and then have a dinner with the client at 6 o'clock. That is a nice picture. All right, so this might be our training room for tomorrow. Yeah, maybe. In here, this is the big, looks like a big ballroom. Yep. Good morning. It's really early here in San Diego. I had a call at 9 on the East Coast, which is 6 a.m. here, so I had to wake up super early. So now I'm heading down into the ballroom so I can set up the scene before anybody arrives, because we gotta play our cool display stuff on the Apple TV. So I hope I can pull this off fast. I didn't really bring a whole lot of stuff except just 2 cameras and a tripod, so I can set up at least that. And there's nobody here yet. Look at that. Well, the lights are obviously dimmed and it's really freezing cold in here. And there's also nobody here. But the room is set up. You can see all the nicely laid out tables and everything. We got our boards for our exercises and workshops. And then there's a little audio, I guess, DJ guy over there, which is where I'm gonna set up my big camera. And we got a projector. And the projector is the one I need. So this is how we do it. Professional presentation through an Apple TV that requires no internet from the venue. So as you can see, this is projecting our slides currently from my phone. Now, if I go and disconnect, this is just simply AirPlay. I'll just disconnect, the slide quits. And now we have our digital signage playing. This is just Sales Gravy looped videos and other promotional videos and pictures about Jeb or the training. It could be client specific. We can customize this in any way. This is also playing completely offline. Now the good thing is that this app never quits. You can do this by manually launching it, or if you have some technical knowledge, you can supervise the Apple TV. You have to do this beforehand and put it in single app mode. Single app mode automatically launches a specific app when you plug it into power. So when you show up, you plug it in, it'll load the app, and it will pull the data, or if you already synced it, it will start playing your videos and pictures and whatever. But if it plays, just like it does now, you can go into screen sharing, and I'm just gonna have to have my camera focus here. Okay, so you can see that's what we call it. Sales Gravy Jeb Blunt is this Apple TV. If I click on it, then it will mirror my screen, but this is not really what we want to see. We want to hit play, an external monitor. This is Google Slides, but it actually is a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. And guess what happens? You have full screen presentation. You can swipe and it switches. You can see your notes on the phone. You can select slides. If you click the bottom, you can see all your upcoming slides and then just jump into it. Or you can go backwards, forward, and whatever. And the reason why we do this is because Jeb likes to walk, and he's not going to be standing here at the podium all the time. We definitely don't want to connect laptops. It's just clunky, no clickers, nothing to disconnect, nothing to mess up, nothing to switch over to a tab or a YouTube video, play random stuff. It just works. Basically, all you need is a new Apple TV, $200, bring it with you, set it up at home, and use a phone, your iPad, whatever. You can technically use a laptop, but it's still clunky to go back to it to switch slides and stuff. Because if you only have a clicker in your hair, you don't know what's coming or what you want to go to. But what Jeb does is he has his iPad in his hand all the time. You can put a pop socket on it, and then he goes and jumps between slides depending on what the audience needs, or he actually knows what's coming. So this way it's much, much fluid and faster, and it's a lot more professional because he could be anywhere in this room to be able to do that. So I'm going to disconnect this for now, and then I'll just let our digital signage play for now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the show's about to start. We have presentations loaded. Jeb's here, although he's still sick. His voice is not completely back, so we're going to do whatever we can to make this work. People are starting to come in. It's not a whole lot of people yet, but this whole room is going to be completely filled up. We start at 9, it's 8:30 right now, so they got 30 minutes to go.
How many of you hate Jeb? Good. It was a simple thing. See, the reason that this was hard is because you're not doing it. You think you're doing it, but you're doing it randomly. Like you go out and meet with someone and you randomly walk into a medical building someplace and knock on a couple of doors. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but the receptionists at medical buildings are mean. I got sick over the holidays. I'm like deathly ill. And I went to the doctor the first time. And I went in, and there was a receptionist there. And I was dressed kind of like this. And I said, I need to see a doctor. And she goes, the doctors aren't seeing anybody today. It's a prompt care 24/7. I'm like, what do you mean the doctors aren't seeing anybody today? Like, isn't this a prompt care place where you can come to see a doctor when you're sick? And she goes, are you sick? And I go, yeah. She goes, oh, the doctor will see you. She thought I was you. How often am I not working?
Never.
Usually never. Last week, when I wasn't able to get out of bed, I wasn't working, even though I did take my computer in bed with me a few times.
Of course you did.
But rarely. I'm really not working. I work 7 days a week. Part of that is I love what we do. Part of that is I'm an entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, what drives me is growing the business and expanding the business. So as the entrepreneur, I have to be a trainer sometimes. I have to be a salesperson sometimes. And I have to work on strategy and think through things. So I pretty much work 7 days a week, 24/7. Does that mean that taking time off isn't important? No, it is. It's really important. And so you should do that, and I need time like everybody else does to do that. But it's hard when you run a business to step away from it completely and just not pay attention to it. Make sense?
Do you have a therapist that travels with you too?
Yes. His name is David Montessori. He says, you're going the wrong way, Chubb. You're going the wrong way, Chubb. And I go, David, how do I do this? And he goes, listen, dude, there's this thing called YouTube. Try it out sometime. That's what he says to me. But he's my therapist.